Yeah, of course, brilliant. I speak about this all the time, but Celtic's a club where you have to win, season upon season. It's not good enough to get to one final and win it. You got to come to the next one and win that, and it's the relentless nature of it. So we've tried to instill that into the group as quickly as we possibly can, and great to see, another big occasion. We make the next step and get into the final, and a really tough final to come as well.
You mentioned having to play a different way in that second half. How difficult was it to adapt and obviously try and contain Rangers in front of you?
Yeah, they sort of changed their shape, a little bit diamond, to number 10s a wee bit as well, so they kept flipping between that, which was difficult to try and get the bodies to deal with it. They go a little bit longer, and they just hope for a sort of second ball situation, maybe get some shots off, and so it was a little bit different for us. We had to try and adapt, and then when the game's tough like that, then you just got to dig in. You can try and talk about all the pretty football that you want, but there comes in moments in these games where you have to just dig in and get through them, and that kind of shows another side to the group as well.
Callum, your manager's a very calming figure, clearly. What was the message at half time?
Just to stay calm, and we felt like in the latter half of the first half we were starting to sort of get open and get through the spaces that we were looking to. So it was just, the message was trying to be more of the same and try and start the second half really well, but that never sort of materialised. But then from that you got to show what you're about, and win your duels, win your tackles, and do the other side of the game. So he is really calm, but I think in the moments sometimes it becomes a bit chaotic. You have to just stand up and be counted for the group.
I was going to ask as well, in terms of when he came into the club, it was obviously a massive change. You as the captain at that point, or about to be made captain, what was your thoughts? Did you know much about him, and how quickly did he impress on you that this is a good manager? Yeah,
pretty much straight away. Like you said, I think everyone else was sort of looking, who's this guy that we've brought in, and not totally renowned in sort of European football, so people start asking questions, but for the minute he walked through the door, with a training camp in Wales, and you could just see he's got that authority about him. He speaks really well, he speaks so calmly, and that's the best thing for players is you need that sort of level. Even when the game's emotional, you need him to be really calm and just relay his message, which he does really, really well to the group, and I think for players the clarity of it's so important.
And the players that he's brought into the club as well, Michael mentioned it there, you'd been here a number of years before Ange came in, but just the players and the signings that he's made and the way he's integrated them into the system that was already here. I mean, the trophies tell you how successful that's been in itself.
Yeah, exactly. You have that challenge when you bring so many players into a club, and the sort of ethos of the club, it then demands that the players get to that level. So even though we brought in maybe 14, 15 players, straight away they're at the level, because that's what the club demands. It demands success, and you see that every day. You walk about the training ground, everybody's absolutely on the money every single day. There's no off days. The way we train, so it's no surprise that when we come to these games we're ready to play, and that's what he demands of us.
And you talk about ready. When the goal came, Rangers seemed to stop, Celtic didn't. The relentless nature of your play continued. Just talk us through how this unfolded from the free kick and ultimately Jota putting it in the net.
Yeah, so again a quick restart. We've been really successful with them. Then we try and set up Matty in the 1v1, and then again another sort of facet of the game is counter press for us. It's so important. You see Rangers boys on his heels there, Dyson's alive, and he stands up a brilliant ball, and again another facet of the game is wingers getting in at the back post trying to read that next pass, and it's so difficult to defend when you're arriving like that at pace, and it's a brilliant finish. So that's a pleasing aspect amongst the sort of chaos and the emotion of the game. You manage to implement three of your sort of aspects of your game that you look for to create a goal.
It's now 6 unbeaten against Rangers. I mean, psychologically, how important is that? How much does it play on your mind when you're going into a fixture such as this?
Yeah, I think it gives you confidence, but it doesn't really count for much when these occasions come. You still have to turn up and be competitive, be aggressive, and try and play your football. So we all know what cup football's like. If you don't turn up and you don't play well, then you won't progress to the next round. So of course you take confidence from it, but you then need to go and produce again.
Really proud of the group. At the end today, which as you should in a semi-final, and we kind of knew what was at stake, and Rangers kind of, this was their last opportunity to sort of gain some success as well. So we knew it was going to require all the facets of our game, and I thought we did that. We played our football when we needed to. We defended really strongly when we needed to, and throughout it all, just underpinned by just the unbelievable work ethic this group of players has, and they found a way to overcome the challenge again, and it's a credit to them.
What does it say about the character of your players, especially Rangers had chances in the second half that just got deep?
We had chances as well. I mean, I get the narrative we'll be lucky again, but that's all right. You know, we just keep winning games of football, and we defended. I thought we defended really well. You know, there was a lot of balls coming in the box, and I thought two centre halves were outstanding. You know, I thought the work rate of our front players. I mean, Days of Maeda was incredible, particularly in the first half. And like I said, you have to earn these things, and you know, I was really pleased that this team showed that they can be resilient as well as play the football that we know we can.
How's Alistair Johnson?
Yeah, he's the sore one. Obviously, him coming off. You know, he wouldn't come off unless it was a significant one. But we'll wait and see. You know, he was throwing the crutches around the end of the game, so I'm sure he'll feel it tomorrow. But we'll see how it goes.
Were you particularly pleased, Ange, at the manner of the goal, because they seemed to switch off and you just capitalised?
It's what we do, mate. You know, it's like, you know, it shouldn't surprise anyone. We don't stop. You know, we continually, you know, you can talk about mistakes, but we instigate mistakes because the boys are relentless in their pressure. They never switch off, and then we have the quality to capitalise. I mean, you know, we're alert when we need to be, and then the ball comes across and our winger's where he should be. You know, that's not by accident. All those things are things we've been doing consistently, and again, it's credit to the group that they maintain their discipline even in a game like today where, you know, the emotions are running high. It's very easy to sort of get sucked into the atmosphere, but, you know, we stay clear-headed in it.
You mentioned obviously the Maeda's work rate, but who in particular, was it the back line, the way they defended, was that the telling element of this game for you as well as obviously the goal?
No, the whole group, you know, like I said, the whole group just we had to, I think, you know, 12 months ago when we lost here, it was another tight game, but, you know, I thought last year Rangers were a very good team and they had that resilience in them. That's why they got to a European final. And, you know, they did what they needed to do to get the job done on the day, and that's been our evolution as a team, I think, this year. You know, we've developed. It's not easy to develop because to develop that you need time and you need, you know, you need to sort of be put in that situation as often as possible. But this group's really learnt quickly that when you get to these games, the big games of consequence, you have to do what's required, and that's what we did today. And you know, I think we've been doing that all year. And like I said, it's where the team's at in terms of their progression. They understand that in the big games you need to show every facet of your game, and we did that today.
You mentioned Maeda and you mentioned the back line. Cameron Carter-Vickers just seems to get better and better for them.
Yeah, well, he hasn't put a foot wrong since we signed him, and you know, he's been outstanding. You know, him and Carl as a partnership, you know, I could be wrong, but I don't think they still lost domestically. You know, they're an outstanding pair. They really work hard together, and Cameron has you know, again, keeps growing as a player, as a leader within the group. That's his last game for us, so he'll get his you know, he needs to get his injury looked at now. So, you know, that'll be it for him this season. You know, but he wanted to play today. You know, I sort of was trying to push for him to have it done a bit earlier, but I'm scared of him, so I just let him do what he wants. And you know, he was keen on playing today, and he put in a performance that you know, befits his standing at our football club, and you know, it's a credit to him.
I know there's a lot of football to be played before the final, but I wonder if you got a chance to catch yesterday's game, what you think of Inverness, what kind of challenge they may pose. Yeah,
no, I watched the game, and it was a decent game of football, to be fair. I thought both teams you know, play some good football on a big occasion, and you know, it's a big prize for them both, and we'll look forward to it. Like I said, it's kind of a month away, so you know, what we've done is we've given ourselves a chance to have a special season. You know, we haven't done that yet, though. You know, we've still got to, you know, win the league and then get the opportunity to play off in the cup final, and you know, when it comes around, we'll be ready for it.
Lit. Roll up to the party, roll up to the party, roll up to